Hi, I'm Jillian Utesh with Brand Fuel, and you're watching part of our Pro-Amp series, Promos Amplified. The first series that we're talking about is 2019 trends. This is the second video in the series, so if you haven't watched the first one, rewind back and catch up with us. We're talking about being happy and how brands need to make consumers happy. And you may be thinking to yourself, well, I have a brand that doesn't make people happy. Maybe they get a bill from you, maybe you're a power company. A great idea to where you can help people be happy with your brand is to do something for the community. So maybe you help folks winterize their homes, maybe you have a program where you can contribute to help folks pay their bill that maybe wouldn't be able to otherwise. So we can collaborate ways that you also can make your brand happy, but it's important that every brand make people happy. There is a store in New York where you go in and you buy an experience. We love experiences at Brand Fuel. There's a portion on our website you can check out where we talk about our different experiences, but what this store did was they set up different kind of pop-ups within the store where you could have an experience. Kind of like going on vacation or kind of like going and doing something without the cost of doing it. Super idea. So here's some fun ideas. Here's some fun photos from inside that store in New York. It's the Selfie Factory. Be a bird. Now I'm not talking about like flapping around. I mean be a bird as in change your perspective. Here's some great examples of that. A drone's eye view or a top-down view. When you're making your collateral, when you're designing your concepts, if you're buying a fuel kit from us, we're gonna advise you to set it up from a top-down viewpoint because that's the perspective that marketers are wanting to see now, that folks are seeing in market. So we need to meet our clients where they are, give them what they're used to seeing, and this is that. A great example of this is in the video game Madden, the most viewed angle was the drone angle. So looking at the field from the top down. So the sports realized that and they said, you know what, we need to change our camera angles at how people are watching real live sports. And so they did. And now you see the drone flying around. That is the real world adapting to what the consumers want. We would be remiss if we didn't acknowledge that. Here's some great examples of what that looks like. This is IKEA's catalog from 2018. Look how the imaging is looking down at the table. Some other great examples here. This book is printed horizontal so that it looks like when you read a book on your phone, it's also about the same size as a phone. Recognizing that most folks are reading books on their phone, so print books that look like books on your phone. Seems kind of like, oh, but pretty basic. Be inventive. I know we hear this all the time, so let's talk about what this looks like and why this is different from being inventive in other years. You want to be inventive means to influence. Influencers have the ability to connect to their followers in genuine and authentic ways. That's why this video looks like it's homemade. That's why this video has me stumbling in my speech, because I'm being genuine, I'm being authentic. That is important in how we go to market now. Consumers are not used to seeing completely overproduced videos or completely overproduced imaging. They're used to seeing the YouTuber filming in their bathroom talking about a beauty blender. So keep that in mind. You may be thinking, oh, I'm an accounting agency. That doesn't apply to me. It absolutely applies to you. If you're going to market, go to market in ways that are genuine and authentic and imperfect. Here's kind of some examples of that. She probably took this picture in her bathroom with her face mask on. Another key thing to remember is a question I get asked all the time. If you know the answer, feel free to put it in the comments. What is the biggest social media platform? What is the most used social media platform? If you're gonna market yourself as a company, where should you be? Instagram, right here. Instagram is now the top social platform among young adults. Wow, Batman. I feel like I could charge for that little bit of content right there. Be authentic. We kind of talked about this on the previous slide, but it's important that as a company, as a brand, when you go to market, that you are authentic. Don't try to be something you're not. There's just an incredible benefit in understanding your audience and solving a problem for them. I know we talk about this all the time. It comes in basic sales and marketing one-on-one books you're going to read about. But it's important because it will take you a moment to actually figure out what that is and what the right solution is for your client and a solution that fits into their budget. So incredible benefit in understanding your audience if you do one thing after you watch this video. Think of your top 2 clients and ask yourself, what is their problem and how can we solve it? I'm sure it involves promotional products, so give us an email, info@brandfuel. We'll help you out. Here's some other great examples of things in that same category. Low alcohol drinks are trending. Historically, we saw low sugar drinks trending, and now we notice a trend because folks want to be able to go out, hang out with their friends, socialize, and still drive home. I know we live in an Uber environment, but that is something that is trending. It is important to keep up with these kind of things like niche grocery stores. How can you as a company position yourself as a niche grocery store? Because you may be thinking, well, I don't sell groceries, I'm a law firm. You need to find out where consumers are shopping and what they're looking for. So for example, in this one, they want small mom and pop owned stores that have the product they want laid out in an easy and convenient way. So you as a law firm, ask yourself, how can I lay out my product offering? How can I be easy and convenient to my consumer base? How can I fill a niche? Great questions to ask. Being smart. Oh, we're at our 5-minute mark. We'll continue this in another video here in our Pro-Am series.